everyone, I'm Hasara Dasanaika. Welcome to my channel, and in this video I am going to talk about study mindset. So I hope you all are excited. It is a very interesting topic to talk about because when we talk about anything that we want to achieve, any area of our life that we want to achieve success in, mindset is of utmost importance. No matter what you do, be it business, be it studies, even if you are someone who does sports, and if it's that, whatever it is, mindset is extremely important for whatever you do. So when it comes to studying, obviously studying mindset, or I would also call it the exam mindset, is very important. So before we start, I'm going to give you a little example just to get you to understand what I'm going to talk about. Just for example, think about an Olympic athlete who's going to run the 100 meters. So an athlete wouldn't just run the 100 meters once and win gold. That's not happen. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? They run for years and years and they practice, and then they develop this athlete mindset, and that helps them to sort of level up their performance. So it's pretty much the same with studying. You have to build that study mindset. And it's not that easy because you just can't tell yourself that, okay, mindset is important. I have a mindset, study mindset. So from tomorrow onwards, my performance is going to be sky high. It doesn't happen like that. You have to sort of make yourself believe these little things and build it up over time. So it's a step-by-step process. Now, the thing is, this is the importance of having a mindset to go with. You see, I could motivate you to study today. I could talk to you for 5-10 minutes and then you'd be motivated, hopefully, and you'd be motivated and excited to work, and then you'd go hit the books and start studying. But that motivation wouldn't last long. No matter how many motivational videos you watch on YouTube, it's not like it wouldn't keep you going for months and years on end, right? It'll just last for a day or two, a week, a month if it's really good, and it's not going to go on more than that. So you have to have a mindset and a drive to keep you going. Obviously, being motivated from time to time is very important, but mindset is like the baseline. You need it. It's basic, right? So I'll be teaching you how to develop your study mindset, not in one video, but in a couple of videos. But in this video, I'll be giving you sort of an introduction and some of the few first steps into developing that study mindset. Because again, it is important, because motivation can fade away with time, but drive and the mindset will keep you going. Right, so the first thing when it comes to your study mindset is identifying your why. Why do you study? So studying isn't the most fun, exciting thing that we could do, right? It's boring and it's not fun and it's difficult. If we don't really enjoy the subject, then it's even more difficult. And there are so many other things that we'd rather be doing rather than studying all day. So to keep yourself doing what is difficult and what is not fun, you have to have some sort of a forceful drive or fuel that keeps you going, right? So that is your why. Now this, I can't really tell you what your why is, because that's totally up to you, because your why isn't my why, right? So I don't know your why. That you have to figure out, but I'll tell you how. So your why can be any reason that is close to your heart. It has to be a heartfelt reason. So you could just close your eyes if you want to, or just think to yourself. Try to connect to your heart, your mind, your soul, and figure out what exactly drives you to study. So it could be any of a variety of reasons, It could be that you love the subject that you learn. That could drive you to study. It could be your goal. If you have some sort of a dream, I want to be a doctor, I want to be an engineer, or even if you want to put up your own business and you have something that you have to study in order to accomplish that, whatever your goal is. If that drives you, then that can be your why. If it is some totally other reason, like you want to make your parents proud, or if you want to make yourself proud, or if you just want to prove to yourself that you can do better, or if it's something like you want to prove someone else wrong, or whatever your reason is, it doesn't matter. Just try to figure out what your reason is. What is your heartfelt reason that drives you to study? And if you want, you can even write it down in a piece of paper and keep it with you, because that is your fuel. And the engine you call your mind needs that fuel to run. Okay? So now, since we have our why out of the way, we'll go on to the next step of building up our mindset, which is believing in yourself. Now, this is a very common saying, right? Believe in yourself. You even have songs that say believe in yourself, but it's not that easy. Reason being, now I could just tell you to believe in yourself, but if you haven't been keeping yourself accountable and being responsible for what you do, you're going to have a hard time believing in yourself. Okay? Why? Because, for example, again, I'm going to give you a lot of examples on the way. So let's say you told yourself that you're going to eat healthy for a certain period of time, let's say a week, and you didn't. So now you don't trust yourself the next time you tell yourself to do the same thing. So the same happens with studying. You tell yourself that, okay, starting from tomorrow, I'm going to study like this many hours a day. And you end up not doing that. And now you don't trust yourself the next time. And the next time you think, okay, I'm going to study for this amount of hours a day, your mind is automatically going to be like, wait, you didn't stick to this the last time, or the time before that, or the time before that. How do you know that you're going to stick to it now? So we have to get away from this cycle. So how you can do that is pretty simple. You just make a small promise to yourself and don't break this promise. It has to be like a rule and a promise that you make to yourself that you can't change, and you do it no matter what. But a small thing which is feasible, okay? It's not like a jumbo step that you can't take at once. It has to be something, anything. Just pick something that you want to improve tomorrow. Okay? Let's say it's studying for 1 hour extra, just 1 hour, or half an hour, if even 1 hour is hard. Just think about, okay, I'm going to study half an hour more than today, and that's your goal for tomorrow. And you promise yourself that you're going to do that extra half an hour of studying tomorrow, and just do it tomorrow because you promised yourself. Now, tomorrow, when you do that extra half an hour of studying because you promised yourself, you're going to build some sort of trust in yourself. Okay, you're going to be like, oh, I actually did that. And now you trust yourself to do things that you tell yourself to do. So now you can hold yourself accountable. So taking responsibility is extremely important, because then you know if you're responsible, that means you have some sort of control over what you do. And having control over what you do is extremely important. Again, because if you don't have control, then that the whole thought of you not having control over your studies or how you perform at school is not going to serve you, because it's going to demotivate you. Because if you have no control, then there's nothing you can do about it, right? But if you do have the control and if you do take responsibility, then you know that whatever work you put in does pay off at your exams, and you have a level of control over your marks, and that is going to empower you, okay? And all this is going to help you to believe in yourself. So that is important. And even if you don't really, let's say you have your goal set for tomorrow and you haven't done it yet, so if you don't really need to do it today, but you still have to believe in yourself today as well. Okay, just keep on believing in yourself. Now, we have our why and we believe in ourselves, right? So the third one I'm going to teach you today is becoming the successful version of you. Now, I'm going to talk about this extensively in a later video where I will be talking about the law of attraction. In fact, I'll be making a lot of videos on the law of attraction, but just to bring this to the context of mindset, I'm just going to tell you this one thing. So whether we win or we lose at an exam, I mean, whether we come successful or we come out failing, is entirely a choice. You can choose to be a version that would perform better at the exam. And this is also part of a mindset. Okay, so you have to switch your mindset to one which is successful at the exam that you hope to sit for in the future.